Alex Murphy, and Anna Carleton. Oh, okay. Here we go. Back to this. Hold this.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Salve Regina University. The Seahawks play host to the Coast Guard. And now for the starting lineup. For the visitors, number 3, Renee Sanchez. Number 7, Lori McPherson. Number 9, Kelly McVeigh. Number 11, Sydney Pennington. Number 17, Grace Prince. Number 19, Sydney Park. Number 20, Mia Horton. Number 23, Alex Murphy. Number 25, Anna Carleton. And number 0 starting role is the head coach is assisted by Join, Lindsay Lucas, Lynn Frank Hewitt. Sorry, I don't know why. And for your home Seahawks.
Number 3, Megan McLaughlin. Number 6, Hannah Rossman. Number 7, Bridget Kowecki. Number 8, Madeline Kowecki. Number 11, Marissa Parachi. Number 14, Olivia Picard. Number 15, Shay Minucci. Number 16, Alexa Calabrese. Number 19, Maddie Husson. And number 25, Haley Flynn. In goalkeep, number 0, Reagan Moffitt. The Seahawks are led by Tanya Roberts and assisted by Sue Silva and Katie Nichols. The officials for today's match are... Where's the... It's at the end. Oh, no. Oh, there's it. Okay. Are... Cara Hontham, Stephen Grunberg, and Neil Ferguson. Please stand and remove your caps as we stand and honor America with the playing of the national anthem. That's unfortunate. Now this doesn't work, right?
Well, it's connected to a different one.
Okay. Here at Salve Regina, we put the highest priority on promoting good sportsmanship. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Verbal abuse such as profanity, racial, and sexist comments or other intimidating actions directed towards officials, student athletes, coaches, or athletic department personnel will not be tolerated and are grounds removed from the site for competition. Thank you for supporting Salve Regina Athletics. Go Seahawks!
Hello and welcome to Reynolds Field, Brother Michael Reynolds Field on the campus of Salve Regina University in Newport, Rhode Island for Wednesday, September 7th, Salve Regina University women's soccer action. Seahawks are hosting a non-league game with Coast Guard Academy, and the Bears are from New London, Connecticut, visiting as members of the NEWMAC, New England Women's and Men's Athletic Conference, the conference that Salve Regina will join effective July 1, 2023. Salve competing in its last year in the Commonwealth Coast Conference, so today is a non-league matchup between the two schools. Seahawks are 1-1 on the season, and the Coast Guard Bears are 1-0. Let me welcome in Stephen Pasadelis to the broadcast. Welcome, Stephen.
Hello, and thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure being able to work alongside the athletic department throughout the last 2 weeks. Through fall sports, it's been very exciting.
Mia Forty has the first touch for the Bears, and play is underway here on Reynolds Field. Bears in a mix of purple and orange and blue. Seahawks in white, the home whites. Stephen Pasadelis did the honors of introducing both lineups. Goalkeeper for the Seahawks is Reagan Moffitt, a freshman, 5'5", from Denville, New Jersey. And making a move into the box with the ball is Megan McLaughlin, a senior.
Moffitt last game against Rick had a shutout as the Seahawks won 2-0. It was a very exciting game.
Starting goalkeeper for the Bears is Emily Charnitsky. She's a sophomore, 5'8", from Charleston, South Carolina.
It's a great city.
Stephen Pasadelis, a senior at Salve Regina. He does
a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff,
yeah. So.
You are a team manager for not one, but two Seahawk teams. Mm-hmm. That includes all 4 years for men's basketball and men's lacrosse. So you're always busy in the winter and in the spring, and now we've got you in the fall.
Yeah, it's been a hectic few weeks, but it's been awesome. Love being busy, and working with Salve Regina Athletics has been a lot of fun these last 3 years.
And last year, he was honored with the Sister Philemon Bannigan Award, which recognizes outstanding contributions to the athletics program, usually behind the scenes, and that's what Stephen is famous for. And I just remember that acceptance speech you gave, Stephen. It was very heartwarming to hear your background and how you came to Salve Regina.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Coming from Pittsburgh, it's a long drive, but you know, once I got up here, it became a second home, as many people would say.
So other Seahawks starters include Megan McLaughlin, Hannah Rossman, Bridget, and Madeline Koecki. They are 7-8 on the roster. Marissa Parachi, a freshman from Washington Depot, Connecticut. She has a sort of famous older brother that Stephen Pasadelis might like to talk about because he's from the Pittsburgh area, and Dominic Parachi was drafted in baseball by the Pittsburgh Pirates.
He was. It was when he got drafted, it was one of those shocking moments where I looked on Twitter and I saw Salve Athletics post, and Dominic Parachi was there with the big Pirates logo, and I thought to myself, this is amazing. Finally, someone I know coming to the Steel City from Newport, Rhode Island, and it was a great thing for the Pirates, and I'm very happy with how everything has gone for that team so far.
So Marissa getting a start in her third collegiate game. She also started on Sunday evening as the Seahawks tipped Rhode Island College 2-0 in the final score there. Seahawks are coached by first-year head coach Tanya Roberts, and she comes to the City by the Sea from Wellesley. She was an assistant coach with the Big Blue of Wellesley. So she was a member of the NEWMAC. So she's very familiar with head coach Susan Grant, who's out of Cortland State in her 16th season coaching the Coast Guard Bears.
16 years. It's a long time. That's great.
Yeah, and you're familiar with the regiment that a Coast Guard athlete has to
It's impressive.
undertake.
Especially for being a part of athletics on top of doing the necessary tasks at hand that are required as a student at Coast Guard. I always found it very inspiring and very, very impressive.
Also impressive is Reagan Moffitt coming far out into the corner of her box at the top. Pick up that loose ball. Great camera work by our cameraman extraordinaire, Stephen McAllister. From the corner, Carrigan Butler working against Hannah Rossman. Butler getting inside the box. And now cleared to the side by Madeline Kowecki. Bridget Kowecki. And now Bridget Kowecki up again. McLaughlin. A lot of sister pairs in the history of the Seahawk women's soccer program. Megan McLaughlin is the younger sister of Kayla McLaughlin, who was at Sunday night's game. A nice crowd that turned out at Topa Field for that contest, including the class of 2026 in full force.
Yes, it was a great experience for the program, as there was a lot of people who showed out for the game, and for them to be able to play in such a large crowd was a great thing for them, especially over Labor Day weekend.
The cross by Bulger and put into the air by Palinkas, the junior from Hartland, Connecticut. And now Moffitt picks up the loose ball. She'll get a punt opportunity. The wind is blowing towards Reagan Moffitt, so she got the first half kicking into the wind.
Overcast day here at Reynolds Field. We got a lot of rain yesterday, which was much needed.
Seriously, Stephen, the grass here looks so much better than it did just a couple of weeks ago.
I know. When I came up here and saw the yellow grass, I thought to myself, man, Rhode Island seems to be need some rain, and it finally came.
So thank you, Mother Nature.
Yes.
She took care of it in basically just less than 48 hours. That throw in into the box. Nice cross there by Sydney Palinkas. So a throw in.
And save.
The cross there from Sydney Park. Shot by Bulger. Picked up by Moffitt. That feed in headed out by Alexa Calabrese, freshman from Burlington, Connecticut, gives the Coast Guard Bears their first corner kick. Going to the far side. Now out of the box. Coming away with it is Maddie Hudson, number 19, a freshman from Nahant, Mass. Swampscott High School, where one of her teachers is a former Seahawk football player, Brian Kirkland.
There are a lot of Seahawks that come from Swampscott.
We got a couple on our baseball team, the Gray Shields, Ryan and Aiden.
One kid on the lacrosse team named Brendan Laundrie from Swampscott.
There you go. A team you're most familiar with.
Yes.
As a team manager. A couple of your players in the box here as well. Our timekeeper.
Our timekeeper and cameraman. Timekeeper's a midfielder, and our cameraman is an attackman.
That'll be a goal kick as Calabrese able to deflect it off the Coast Guard player. We're in the 10th minute of the opening period. College soccer no longer features overtime in regular season play, so all games end after 90 minutes.
Yes, that's one thing that I learned last game I worked. I thought that after there would be extra time, but no.
Strong kick from number 25, Anna Carlton, a senior from Huntington Beach, California. It goes wide. Now the Seahawks get it down to the other end.
Our Seahawks defense has done a great job at clearing the ball down the field quickly and effectively, which has been great for this team, especially with Coast Guard being in such great shape and being able to run back and forth so fast.
Nice hesitation step there. Inside, Shea Minicucci with a kick that just goes wide. Shea is the daughter of a former Seahawk football, track and field, and one-time baseball player, Trey Minicucci. He's Nicholas Minicucci III.
Wow.
From Allendale, New Jersey. At least that's where Trey was originally from. Now his family lives in Midland Park, New Jersey.
That's called a Salve Legacy alumni.
It sure is. And I know men's lacrosse has featured quite a few legacy Seahawks.
There's a few families that have played a part in men's lacrosse. The Mongelli family.
Yep.
The Sheehan family.
Yep.
Those are the two that I played with personally, and both brothers have come up here a lot.
I can go way back to the early 2000s. The Kelly family from New Hampshire, Ben Kelly and Blair Kelly, were the first two. Then their youngest brother came as well. But Ben and Blair each played 4 years as Seahawks.
That's awesome.
And Ben Kelly worked in the sports information office as slipping on the maybe wet grass was Sydney Palinkas, unable to deliver her shot.
She had a wide open net as the goalkeeper came out, and she accidentally, with the grass being slippery due to the rain, her traction was lost.
Picard looking to pick it away. And she draws the whistle, committing the foul. Now Carlton, Anna Carlton. That strong kick, just wide, but great power.
In comparison to the last game the Seahawks played, we're already seeing a large amount of shots being shot.
Only one on frame, though, so far.
Yes.
So Moffitt with the one save. In the backfield, Grace Flynn, the sophomore from Severna Park, Maryland. Sydney Park is a former classmate, or from the same hometown. They're both from Severna Park, but Mount DeSales for Grace Flynn and Sydney Park at Severna Park High School. I bet you there was confusion for her.
Yeah. Definitely.
Sydney Park from Severna Park.
That's quite the confusion.
Rory McPherson has her pass redirected. Megan McLaughlin flicks the header into the offensive zone. Now Maddie Hudson centers it for Koecki. Bridget Koecki trying to connect with Olivia Pickard. Rossman into Maddie Hudson. Hudson's sister Grace. Twins on the team, and that is the first shot on goal for the Seahawks. Olivia Pickard. We are coming to you from Reynolds Field, Brother Michael Reynolds Field, on the campus of Salve Regina University. Seahawks and Bears in a non-league women's soccer match. And now Marissa Parachi getting free. She's got an open goal. Her shot doesn't get on frame and then cleared out. Picard with a shot and tipped over the goal. The crossbar by Charnitsky.
Olivia Picard with a great shot to the top corner, and the goaltender was able just to extend her hand, pop it right over the net into the bushes.
Gives a corner kick opportunity for the Seahawks, and it'll be Olivia Picard with that corner attempt.
So the Seahawks' first corner kick.
She's taking it from the far corner. Parachi right in line with the Coast Guard keeper. Tries to get a shot off. It's blocked out. Haley Flynn looking to send it back in. Rossman going to the corner for Picard. And taken away there by the Bears. It's Renee Sanchez, senior.
Can I ask? Who are you going in for? Thank you so much. Yes. All right. Let's see who number 2 is. Her name is Chase Merrick.
For Coast Guard, Chase Merrick, a junior from Tallahassee, Florida, getting ready to check in. She'll be going in for Alexandra Murphy, a senior from Vienna, Virginia. There's a shot wide, just to the left. And sub can go in. That shot from Bulger went wide.
Perfect. All right, I'm all aligned.
Only that one sub, first sub of the day for either side. And it's Merrick for Murphy.
Is my mic on? Oh. All right.
We are back. Stephen Pasadelis doing double duty, or triple duty if you want to count the introductions and also the score sheet. He is the official score sheet. We also have live stats through Presto.
Yes, it is quite the obstacle, but at the same time, it keeps me young, so I'm quite happy with it.
Calabrese touches it back to Moffitt. Moffitt's clear, goes right to Bulger, and her kick goes hooking wide. And wide left.
She's had a great number of kicks so far. She's had 3 shots and 1 on net so far.
She was looking to take advantage of that short clear by Moffitt. Had the touchback from Calabrese. Koecki touches it over to Minicucci. She takes it inside now to the middle. At midfield for Picard. Tries to muscle her way back onto the ball, but it gets knocked away. Haley Flynn Up the middle through to Parachi. Parachi stops and changes direction. Trying to go through the middle for McLaughlin, but McLaughlin's number 3 counterpart, Renee Sanchez, was there. Chase Merrick sends it into the box for Bulger. Bulger gets it knocked away by Calabrese. It'll be another corner kick for the Coast Guard Bears. Once again, Coast Guard comes in with a 1-0 record. They defeated UMass Boston on Friday evening, 2-1. That was at home in New London, Connecticut. So the left-footed number 11, Sydney Palinkas, with the corner kick.
Oh, save.
And a great save there,
By Moffitt.
as Anna Carlton was ready to unleash a powerful kick. And a foul. We have 2 more subs.
We have, yes. What's your number again? And your number, 15, okay. And then who are you guys going in for? So number 12 is going in for 20? No, 9. No, 20. Okay, there we go.
And it's good.
Oh, and selling for the Seahawks for 21 and 22 for 7.
A long kick. Goal scored by Renee Sanchez.
Her first shot of the day.
Off the crossbar from Bulger.
She's had quite the performance so far with her 4th shot. Number 9, 24, about something.
That's up in the air, but high, too high. 9 and 14, who are you going in for?
She's 24. 24 is going in for 11. Number 9 is going in for 3. All right.
Coast Guard foul. Seahawks will have a chance to go forward with Calabrese. She goes long, just to the left of the box. Cleared out. Seahawk throw in.
We have another sub. Number 26. Who are you going in for? 25. Thank you so much. Megan
Moniz also just in for the Seahawks. Gets a shot wide. Under 21 minutes remaining. The Coast Guard Bears with a 1-0 lead. Renee Sanchez, the senior from Caldwell, Idaho. Connecting from long distance just inside midfield. And now Bulger going to send it somewhat to the outside for Chase Merrick. Cleared by Calabrese to midfield for Emily Rio, just in for the Seahawks. Hannah Danowitz is also just in. Giving chase at forward. Rio to the corner. Kept in well by Rory McPherson. Hannah Rossman able to take it away. Still with possession. Centers it for Madeline Kowecki. Kowecki has it taken away by Palinkas. And now Calabrese carries it through a couple of Bears. Maddie Hudson on to Emily Rio.
Emily Rio was one of the scorers of the game last week.
And her shot saved by Charnitsky. That cross, and the shot goes high from Sydney Palinkas. Nice cross there for the Coast Guard Bears. And the Friday night win for the Bears. They trailed 1-0 after first half of play. And then Sydney Palinkas and Kerrigan Bulger both scored in the second half for the 2-1 victory. Now Calabrese will get a play started for the Seahawks. Looking ahead to Danowitz. Shea Minicucci with the ball. Gets it to the top of the box for Rio, but she falls down, and the Bears are taking it the other way. Knocked out of bounds.
We have 2 subs coming in.
We have Grace Hudson and Taylor Barnaby in for the Seahawks. Yeah, Grace goes in for her sister Maddie, 18 for 19. And Barnaby goes in for Shea Minicucci, 2 for 15. Barnaby immediately looks to take it away, but gets whistled for the foul, and the clock will stop. Under 17 minutes remaining in the first half. 1-0 lead for Coast Guard. Salve Regina men's soccer will be in action tonight. Also a non-conference matchup for the Seahawks. They'll be facing the Corsairs of UMass Dartmouth. That game coming under the lights at Topa Field on the turf.
Should be an exciting matchup.
4 o'clock start here on Reynolds Field and a 7 o'clock start on Topa Field for the men.
A doubleheader of soccer today on the first day of classes here at Salve Regina.
How were classes today for you, Stephen?
They were quite well. I enjoyed myself.
How many?
I only had 2, but I am also tackling 2 senior theses, so I got a lot on my plate.
And what will your senior thesis be about this year?
Franco-American relations and the power in the executive branch of government.
What made you pick that?
It's a really good question. So I learned a lot about French history and how it correlated with American history during my sophomore year, and I thought it was very fascinating. So I continued learning about it throughout my career here at Salve. And for my thesis, it just felt right to be able to study both France and America, especially during the colonial period.
Danowitz gets a kick blocked
Salve's
by
defense
Sydney
has been
Park.
playing great lately, or for the last few games, or for the whole season so far. And especially whenever the teams get settled in, they're able to actually get the ball out very quickly and clear it.
That's a long kick out of play for a Seahawk throw-in. Haley Flynn with the throw into the box. Coast Guard players there first. Grace Hudson over to Megan Moniz. Moniz, top of the box. Volleyed there by Rory McPherson. And Hannah Danowitz gets credit for the knockdown as Riley Pogoloff hits the turf. Riley, a senior from Fairfax, Virginia.
That's where George Mason is, George Mason University.
Moniz, number 22. It goes through the wickets, giving Grace Hudson a chance to chase it down and gets knocked out of play by the Bears. Haley Flynn will have another throw from the far side. Danowitz into the corner. Another throw in. Rio deflects it off a Coast Guard back, and it gives the Seahawks their second corner kick of the afternoon. Hannah Danowitz will do the honors here. Approaching 13 minutes to go in the first half. Her low line drive takes one hop before Rio. Knocked out of play for another corner kick. Back-to-back corner opportunities for Hannah Danowitz. On a line, Rio almost with a quick flick. Now Moniz with the shot. And confusion on the Coast Guard defense gives the Seahawks a chance to get another corner kick. Danowitz with her third corner in
3 tries.
just about a minute. And now it's a throw for the Seahawks. Haley Flynn, a freshman back from Milford, Connecticut, into the top of the box for Rio. Rio listed in the air on a header. Moniz with her back to the goal. Flynn to Zoe Cox. Cox reversing. Almost had it back from Moniz. Now Bulger will take it across midfield. Trying to go through the middle. Picked off there by Alexa Calabrese, freshman from Burlington, Connecticut. And now Riley Bicanazzo. And the kick from Molly Howin goes high.
That was a great cross by the Coast Guard player. Just Molly could not capitalize.
Molly, a senior from Grantville, Pennsylvania, with two younger sisters on the team. Mary Kate, a freshman, and Mickey, a junior.
That reminds me of the volleyball team with the Lee sisters.
Yes.
All three of them.
They're not triplets, they're just three close in age.
Yes,
and all
exactly.
able to be on a collegiate roster together.
With the help of graduate school.
Yes, and the help of COVID that extended
Yes.
some eligibility for some players. Not sure on the Howin family.
Yeah, these next few years, I think for the next 2 years, we will see more Salve students playing with their graduate degrees as the COVID year interrupted some sports.
So some positives out of it.
Yeah, yes. Get more education and more time on the field if your body can take it, though.
I think we'll look forward to having Stephen McAllister for a couple more years on the lacrosse field.
Yes.
He's in his senior year now, but 2 more years of eligibility will
From
benefit
Long
Salve.
Island, New York. It would definitely benefit Salve, Regina.
So Reagan Moffett able to collect that ball at the far side of her box, pull it in for a punt. First touched by Molly Howin. Flynn with the header, down to Howin.
We are entering under 10 minutes left in the first half of action here at Reynolds Field. Home of the Seahawks baseball team, too.
A couple of ball players were working out prior to women's soccer taking the field. Some long toss. That Zoe Cox shot was picked up by Charnitsky. Throw in from midfield for the Coast Guard Bears, right in front of the scorer's table. Rory McPherson. And we have a pair of substitutes on each side. For Salve, it will be Jessica Galante. And for Coast Guard, it will be Mary Kate Howin. Mary Kate got the height in the family. She's 5'10". So Teal Wasan will take the free kick. She's 18 yards from the goal line. She put a nice ball on frame, but
Premature.
the head referee did not give her the go-ahead. She'll do it again. Similar location. It hits the ground and then finished off by Molly Hung.
Molly Hung scores off the rebound there. the ball just basically fell right into her lap, and she kicked it right in.
Reagan Moffett unable to clear it.
Salve now finds themselves in a bit of a hole, down 2-0, but I have a lot of faith in the Seahawks to come back and score.
7:08 on the clock. So a save off the shot from Wasson, but picking up the rebound is Molly Hawin.
It is a cool September day here at Reynolds Field. Perfect for soccer on campus. Overcast. Not too cold, not too warm. And a shot by number 9, Hannah Donowitz.
Save.
And a save by the goalie, Emily Sharnitsky.
Shot wide there as Vicananzo made a couple of moves to get around Moffett, but couldn't finish the shot. Score remains 2-0. Coast Guard.
Number 11 is subbed out for
14?
I believe.
Yep. It is Emily Lynch-Galvin, a junior from Melrose, Mass. Coast Guard had a 6-1 victory over the Seahawks last season. That header just goes wide from newly entered Lynch-Galvin. Emma Lynch-Galvin right away looking to make it a score.
Yes. Trying to make an impact as she came in. Now, Reagan Moffett is getting ready to kick the ball down the field to see if she can get a good clear. Moffett was going to try to come out of the crease, but then she decided not to be more conservative.
And it'll be a corner kick for the Bears.
It's their third corner kick of the day. Doing the corner kick for the Golden Bears is Riley Vicenzo. She's one shot today. Wasson did a great job in trying to keep the ball out of bounds, but eventually ended up going out of bounds, and now the Seahawks are now in for the throw-in. Rossman passes to number 9, Donowitz, who then the ball goes over to Coast Guard Academy.
Grace Hudson into the middle for Zoe Cox. Cox up ahead to Rossman. She's got a little bit of space. Cuts it back inside. Cleared away by Grace Flynn. And now Vincananzo taking it towards the end line, then cuts back forward. Being grabbed by Calabrese. The cross kicked away by Madeline Kowecki. Taylor Barnaby has some pressure from Mary Kate Howin. And then the clear goes wide. It'll be a throw in for the Bears in front of their own bench.
There's about 1 minute and 45 seconds left in this first half. Seahawks are still down 2-0.
Moffitt was impressive in a shutout performance on Sunday evening. Has had 2 get by her in this contest. She played 45 minutes in the season opener at Johnson & Wales. Starter Georgia Drake unable to complete the game. Went 45 minutes in the first half, and then an injury took her out. That kick into the goal area. Picked up in the middle of the box by Charnitsky. Under 35 seconds remaining in first half action. Calabrese touches it to Haley Flynn. She goes to the wide side for Grace Hudson. Hudson keeps it down for Rio. Now Galante in the air up ahead to Danowitz. Danowitz into the box with a shot. The cross for Barnaby.
May stay in bounds due to the grass, the high volume of grass compared to a turf field.
And knocked out of play, and the time expires in the first half. So we've reached the midpoint of this non-league game between Coast Guard Academy and Salve Regina University. The Bears with 2 first half goals.
Salve Regina has its work cut out for them for the second half as they look to take a commanding start to the second half and hopefully get on the scoreboard.
So goals by Renee Sanchez and then Molly Howin contributing to the 2-0 lead. Steve Passadelis and Ed Habishaw will be back for second half action after this break. Welcome back to second half action, ready to get underway here at Brother Michael Reynolds Field on the campus of Salve Regina University at Habishaw. And Stephen Pasadelis with a call for Salve Regina University women's soccer. Seahawks playing on natural grass after playing on turf on Saturday against Johnson and Wales. On that game, Salve Regina fell 2-0. And then the very next night at Topa Field, Seahawks won 2-0.
On Labor Day weekend, it was a great win for the girls for the women as they were able to play very well against Rhode Island College. It was a very exciting matchup.
And Coach Tanya Robbins has done a nice job of getting rest for her players, especially on back-to-back days with games. So she's frequently subbed first half and second half.
Salve Regina football travels this weekend to MIT to take on a NUMAC team. They are the engineers of MIT, and it should be an exciting matchup.
Yep. Seahawks and Engineers have long been fellow conference members in the former ECFC, NEFC.
Wow. That was long before my time.
It was, but now you'll be part of the NUMAC.
Yes.
And that'll begin in 2023.
Very exciting.
Seahawks looking to finish in the CCC, winning in as many sports as they can.
Yes, we want to do a clean sweep of the CCC.
Both starting goaltenders back in their frames. Moffitt for the Seahawks, and she takes or watches that shot go wide from Bulger.
Bulger's got quite the leg on her. She has been kicking the ball a ton today with currently 5 shots. But most of them have been not on net.
Moffitt prefers it that way.
Yes.
Bulger coming into the box. Crosses it. Shot goes wide off the leg of Alexandra Murphy.
It's her first shot of the contest.
And a corner kick coming from Anna Carlton. Anna high in front of the net, punched out by Moffitt. Coming back to Carlton. She goes to the top of the box and headed out by Maddie Hudson. Interestingly, Maddie Hudson set up on the far side away from the team bench in the first half, and now she's also on the far side going in a different direction. So that
is
takes some skill.
It does, getting familiar with one side of the field and then being familiar with another side of the field, but on the same side, just different directions, is definitely something to be proud of.
She likes to be closer to the fans.
Yeah, the people of Newport.
Than her teammates on the bench. One of them being her sister. She says, if my sister's going to sub in for me, she's going to have to come all the way over here.
Yes, and hand me that green shirt.
Minicucci unable to hold on to that. So a throw in for Sanchez. Sanchez has the game's first goal. That came a long distance.
It did. It was a was a top shelf shot that came from a long distance.
Nice move by Calabrese here to get out of the box. Just goes wide off the foot of Picard. Wind is picking up, Steven.
It is, definitely. I'm regretting wearing this short sleeve shirt, definitely. But
You're okay with the shorts, though?
yeah, and I'm glad to watch these Seahawks play.
How about the shorts, though?
See, I don't know. My legs never get really that.
The lower extremities don't matter?
It's just these
It's
arms.
the upper body.
Just these arms.
Oh, okay.
These noodles.
Steve McAllister says he's seen you in the gym quite a bit.
Is false in the last week, I would sadly say.
You've been moving in, so you've been carrying a lot of weight that way.
Yes, exactly.
How was the move in for you?
It was actually not that bad at all, not too shabby. About a 14-hour car drive from Pittsburgh, and then, try to find my place, found it, and moved all my stuff in. Pretty nice.
Now, I've got a brother that lives in Greensburg, PA. On a good day, it takes me 8 hours, so you took your time.
We did. There's a reason that I can't say why, but it involves my dad and having to stop a lot at various rest stops.
Enough said.
Yes.
You did say why.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dad.
Yeah.
I feel your pain.
TMI is exactly right.
Mr. Pasadelis, we share the same affliction.
Oh. The Golden Bears are on a fast break. Not the Golden Bears, the Bears.
Yeah,
the Bears of WNE are not here today.
We'll see them later on in the season.
Yes, we shall.
As Kelly Wade gets a shot off, the senior from Moore Park, California.
Wow, that's a far trip to go to Connecticut. Oh.
And that goes over from the foot of Sydney Palinkas. So you're used to the comfortable confines of the press box at Godet Field.
Yes, those confines are heated and quite comfortable.
Where you can do your work as a camera operator there?
Yes, camera operator, scoreboard, and I run the clock for the shot clock all at the same time. So I became quite extraordinarily good at multitasking. We've got a foul on the Seahawks, as there seemed to be a collision at the roughly 40-yard line.
And you had a good question for the head referee at halftime, Stephen, about fouls.
Yes, I asked them specifically about the handball violation and what happens when someone accidentally hits a ball. And the way she described it is that they have to make a unnatural move in order for it to be called a handball. So if you are running full speed and your hand accidentally hits the ball as you are running, then it cannot be considered a handball in some circumstances. But if you put your hands up to block the ball, then yes, it is a handball.
Which actually is a natural move
Yes.
to protect thyself.
It is innate. It's part of our genetics and human evolution.
Well, unless you don't mind getting hit by a ball.
Yeah, I would not find that too fun, to be honest.
It's not. My experience in soccer as a youth was spoiled by many shots to the midsection from somebody kicking a ball.
Yeah, when I played soccer in my youth, I would play goalkeeper, and when they would shoot the ball, I would jump to my back and turn. Remarkably, I only had one save in my career, but it was quite the save, as it hit my back instead of my front.
Well done.
Salve's battling in the corner with the Bears. Number 25 gets away with the ball.
Carlton with the cross. And now Moffitt able to peel it away.
That was a great save by Moffitt.
Mia 40 was trying to get a shot off, the freshman from Durham, Connecticut. She probably lives the closest to Coast Guard.
Yeah.
Parachi gets her kick blocked by Renee Sanchez. And now Haley Flynn will have a throw just beyond her bench. She looks towards Parachi. And Parachi forces another throw for the Seahawks.
Salve Regina looks to attack here, trying to get on that scoreboard with 35 minutes left.
Trailing 2-0.
Still fighting chance for these Seahawks.
Renee Sanchez with the game's first goal. That kick from McLaughlin, nice cross. Shot by Bridget Koecki on the ground for a save.
Just a tad bit slow as the keeper was able to get to the knee and save the ball. That is the goalkeeper's first save of the half so far. It may also be Salve's first shot of the half.
It is for this half, yes. On the far side, it is Sophie Lucas, a senior from Milford, Connecticut. Before she does a throw-in, we'll have a substitution. It's Hannah Rossman checking in for Haley Flynn.
Rossman played the whole first half. Very rarely being subbed out. Actually, she was never subbed out of the first half. She played the entirety of it.
Same for Flynn as well.
Quite the impressive fleet. Could never do that. Could never do that.
Koecki deflects it off of Coast Guard player. It'll be a throw-in for Sophie Lucas. And that's Bridget Koecki, younger sister of Madeline Koecki. Both Koeckis from Old Saybrook, Connecticut.
They're not probably too far away from Coast Guard Academy as well.
But they are Seahawks.
They are Seahawks. They bleed blue and green.
Lucas with another throw finds McLaughlin, who's surrounded by Bears. Now Lucas steps in for a volley into the box. Cleared out. Calabrese lifts it up. There for it is Kelly Wade. Kept in play by Sydney Palinkas. Palinkas down the line. Calabrese looking to get away from Mia 40. Now 40 goes towards the end line. She's into the box. Palinkas with the cross. Knocked out by Lucas. It'll be a corner kick for the visiting Bears. Anna Carlton will have the honors of setting up the corner kick. She'll have 40, Wade, and Palinkas near the goal. She goes short and then gets the ball back. The header and save Nice header there by Alexandra Murphy. To the top of the box. Moffitt sees the cross goes into the side. That came from Bulger.
Again, Bulger with another shot off net, which again, as we said, Moffitt really does agree with that.
That's her preference.
Yeah.
Off the frame, please. Handball on the Bears. Calabrese straight to McLaughlin, who came up for it. The 3-on-3 battle with Sanchez.
Number 19.
Charniski comes out for it as Maddie Hudson looking to get a shot off. Now I see that Maddie Hudson has come towards on this side.
Yes.
Rossman into the corner, kicks it out for a throw. It'll be Palinkas leaving it for Kelly Wade. Palinkas with the shot, and stepping up for it is Reagan Moffitt. Moffitt with the punt. She has the wind at her back now, and that crosses midfield easily. Reagan Moffitt, a freshman from Denville, New Jersey. McLaughlin tripped in the box, but no call. Picard sends it just wide.
Wow, it was quite close.
That's why it helps having that wind behind you. Haley Flynn got a short rest and is heading back into the game.
She has not enjoyed having her name said.
And Zoe Cox is also ready to check back in. We are approaching the 28-minute mark remaining in second half play. Again, college games are no longer heading to overtime in regular season play, so 90 minutes only. Bridget Kowecki and Sophie Lucas returning to the sidelines. And Mia Forty does so for Coast Guard, while Chase Merrick checks in for the Bears. That'll be a corner kick for the Seahawks as shot deflected over the end line.
This will be the Seahawks' first corner kick of the half. This is a great time for them to capitalize on it.
Picard with the corner.
Here come the Bears on the attack. Stolen away.
Some shirt grabbing, but Picard came away with it. Now Madeline Kowecki up the middle to Marissa Parachi. Parachi with her head up, tosses it back to Picard. Now Maddie Hudson out on the wide side. Parachi trying to get it into the middle. Coming inside is Shea Minicucci. She gets a shot off, pops it up, and just over and wide. You can hear the wind blowing through our microphone, so the flag isn't moving as much out on its pole for the American flag, but the center field markers, it is strong.
Yes, we got quite the draft.
At least right here.
Yes, that is interesting.
Sydney Palinkis crossing it, cleared by Haley Flynn. Goes out of bounds for a throw. Kelly Wade will get a ball for that throw. The throw goes into the end line. Carlton with a soft touch on it. Easy pickup for Reagan Moffitt. Anna Carlton, the senior from Huntington Beach, California. 5'8" forward and midfielder. No handball call. Zoe Cox looking to get it inside for Picard. Moffitt out of her box with a kick. Alexandra Murphy.
Here come the Bears.
And right there, waiting for the shot, is Reagan Moffitt. That coming from Carlton.
10th save of the night, or the day.
Danowitz and Rio ready to check in for the Seahawks, as Flynn held off a Beard attacker. So Moffitt could pick up the ball. And Wasson and Molly Hohen ready to check in. Picard with the kick into the hands of Charnitsky. Seahawks with the wind at their backs as they attack. Bears looking to clear.
Seahawks trying to get it into their zone to be able to get at least a rebound or a good shot.
Into the corner, Carlton feeds Bulger. Bulger getting ahead. Defended there by Kowecki. Madam Kowecki clears it.
She stopped her in her tracks. Now, I believe the Bears
Subs.
have a corner kick.
Yep, and we'll have subs first.
We have a substitution coming in as well.
And it was, so Kowecki unable to clear, so it ends up being a corner kick.
.26 coming in for 19 and 4 coming in for 23 for the Bears. And for Salve, number 9 Hannah Donowicz and number 24 Emily Rio enter the game.
Bulger with the kick off of a Seahawk defender. It goes over the end line.
Time for another corner kick.
Picked up there after Chase Merrick was able to put a play on it.
That is the 11th save for
Reagan Moffitt. Seahawk freshman keeper. Her second collegiate start. Her third appearance in 3 games. She played the entire second half of opening day at Johnson and Wales. Allowed 1 goal in that 45 minutes. Shutout against Rhode Island College on Sunday's 2-0 win.
Quite impressive, only letting 1 goal in her first college time. Some people have issues going into playing their first collegiate game, but it seems she was unfazed.
Danowitz, good shot opportunity there. Outside of the box, a couple of bounces into Charnitsky. And we have no offsides on
The Bears.
the Bears, and we have
Offside.
subs on both sides ready to go in. Barnaby and Hudson, and for Hudson and Minicucci.
What are you taking out? What are you taking out?
Yeah.
Quite the substitutions for both teams.
Yep. Rossman centers it for Zoe Cox. Cox with some space, touches it to Rio, back to Cox. And a quick clear for the Bears. Strong carry for a Coast Guard. That clear is going to reach the sideline. And we'll have another sub for the visitors. Avery Dressback, a sophomore from Seminole, Florida. Making her first appearance, and she'll get some action right away. She'll do the throw. Bounces it to Sydney Palinkis. Knocked out of play over the end line by Grace Hudson, so it'll be a corner kick for the Bears. And that corner kick will come from Raleigh Vicinanzo, number 12. As we are approaching 18 minutes remaining in the second half.
Seahawks looking for a big push. And they're looking to do it on this possession.
Flynn with the header to get it out of the box. Picard
Here come the Seahawks.
to the midfield. Zoe Cox up ahead. And now Taylor Barnaby gets some inside position. And a foul on Teal Wasson.
They were both competing for inside position, and what happened was I think that the Bears defender may have gotten a little bit too aggressive, but it could have gone either way.
She draws the call. And she comes from the furthest away of all the Bears. She's from Hawaii.
Wow. Talk about being lucky. Oh my.
Strong kick by Alexa Calabrese. Goes over. Number 16 with one of the best scoring attempts for the Seahawks.
Quite the shot.
And now Charnitsky with a goal kick. She's kicking into the wind as the Bears are going from right to left on your screen. Rossman looking to take it to the outside. Keeps it in play, and it goes out just at midfield. So a throw in for Renee Sanchez.
The
sun's starting to peek out here at Reynolds Field. Maybe it'll bring a little bit more warmth. And that goes to
Chase Merrick with the shot and the save for
here come the Seahawks on the attack. And
Zoe Cox.
And now the Golden Bears.
Long kick in. That coming from Riley Vicinanzo, the sophomore from Vestavia Hills, Alabama.
Wow. One thing you do see as a commonality for military schools, people coming from all over the country. Instead of with Salve, it's primarily New England.
We are in the 75th minute. 2-0 the score in favor of the visiting Bears of Coast Guard Academy. These two schools were former conference members. And that's in the goal! Chase Merrick puts the Bears up 3-0.
She finally capitalizes after going 0 for 2 on her shots and gets a goal. It is now
3-0 Bears as the Salve Seahawks try to answer.
goal scored at 14:41. And
Sydney Polinsky's got the assist on that goal as well.
11 on the assist.
So 3-0 the score. Last year in New London, Connecticut, the Bears were 6-1 winners over the Seahawks. Salve Regina thus far holding them to half that total.
Trying to shrink their deficit as best they can. Still a lot of game left to play for these Seahawks. Hannah Rossman blocks the ball from number 14 of Coast Guard. Now the Seahawks are looking to score. And
Hannah Donowick shoots it towards the goaltender, Emily Chernitsky.
as the Bears are now clearing Sharansky with a kick.
Into the win. Does not reach midfield. Cox is there for it. Megan Moniz also there. Arwen Wise newly entered. Freshman from Weatherford, Texas. Number 22 for the visiting Bears. Also Emma Lynch Galvin back in after seeing some first half action. And there'll be a foul on the Bears.
One thing that is fascinating about soccer is that there are no timeouts. You know, with holding it, you'd account for with time management, especially with lacrosse and football, timeouts, but with soccer, it's mainly running time.
Off breaks Hudson. Throw in for the Bears. We have a sub here. Waiting for the Bears. Mickey Hoen, junior from Grantville, Pennsylvania. Bishop McDevitt High School,
Bishop McDevitt, yeah. I played against them many times in Pittsburgh.
along with
Wow.
her 2 siblings on the squad. Was that offsides or a foul?
I believe a foul. We've got quite the squad coming in for the Bears.
Foul on the Seahawks. In the attacking zone for the Coast Guard Bears, it'll be Molly Hoen.
Squad going back in for both teams.
All have seen previous action for the Seahawks, but
Yes.
seeing first-time action will be Rachel Whalen, Mickey Hoen, and number 15, Riley Pogoloff. She saw some first-half action. Subs are in as that shot goes wide and out of play. Chase Merrick comes to the bench after scoring the lone goal thus far in the second half. That was assisted by Sydney Palinkas. Reagan Moffitt as the clock winds under 10:20. To the midfield for McLaughlin, but it gets by her, and right away making a touch is Rachel Whalen, senior from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Steven, guess what the name of a school in Winston-Salem could be?
That's a great question. I'm thinking the UNC Winston campus.
Well, think of a product that they're known for down there.
Winston-Salem.
Tobacco, and it's R.J. Reynolds is the name of the high school.
Wow. Big tobacco. Big tobacco list.
I hope no tobacco in the high school though.
I hope so as well.
That's a nice high shot. Deflected off the crossbar. Another save for Moffitt. She made 3 saves in that
Great saves by
quick
Moffitt.
span. She deflected the long shot off the crossbar. Then 2 Bears had different shot attempts. She was able to stop them both. So 3 saves in a quick span.
Quite the impressive fleet by Moffitt.
Official calls time to check on the Seahawk goalkeeper.
That sun feels quite good on my skin, I'll tell you that. Do we know who shot both those shots?
I'll have to see a replay on that.
Same.
As we are under 9 minutes to go in the second half. Technically in the game, since there is no overtime. That cross from Grace Hudson right to the top of the box for Megan McLaughlin. She's looking to turn. And gets it loose to Parachi. Parachi's kick was blocked by Mickey Hoen. And then knocked out of bounds.
Corner kick for the Bears. The Bears avoided a corner kick by
Salve throw. Hannah Rossman to Maddie Hudson. Parachi from just outside the box and over.
Oh, man. Super close for Parachi.
Good shot, and it's a tough sun that what would be a right fielder in baseball on Reynolds Field.
Yes.
And now the goalkeeper for the Coast Guard Bears. Parachi's kick goes high.
The Bears look to attack on the other zone, so they try to clear it.
Calabrese. Fortunate she didn't get a call for kicking that ball after it was out of play.
Yes, I was about to say that, especially in the direction of a coach.
Yeah. And I know earlier in the game, one of the Seahawk players got a verbal warning. Don't touch the ball after it's been whistled.
Yeah, it's a clear no-no in soccer. The Bears get back to their keeper, Charnitsky.
Hudson
Oh, wow.
is ripped down
Looks like someone
by Rachel Whalen.
may have pulled her jersey.
I think there is a yellow card. So the clock should stop.
There.
And it does at 7.
7
Even.
minutes even. That looked really painful.
And this is on Maddie Hudson, who had gone down earlier on her own and appeared injured. Now she is definitely struggling with this. Seahawk head athletic trainer David Cox there to assist.
Just an unfortunate event.
In the battle for the ball over in the corner,
Yeah. Fighting for position.
sun is definitely out stronger now.
It does feel good.
The best it's been all day,
I know. It's great seeing blue in the sky instead of gray.
because we had early sprinkles in this game.
We did, yeah, in the beginning. She was able to walk off.
Danowitz will check in for Maddie Hudson, who will take a seat on the sidelines.
We wish her all the best.
Whistle is blown. Picard delivers the kick,
Ooh.
headed out by Emma Lynch Galvin, and then cleared out by Rachel Whalen. Calabrese will bring it back, cross it to Madeline Kowecki, back to Calabrese. And Picard looking to turn upfield. Stopped momentarily by Avery Dressback. And now Hannah Rossman carries it across midfield. Kicked away by Molly Howin. It'll be a Seahawk throw from the far side, just near midfield. Shea Minakuchi, the sophomore.
Quite the throw. It was an impressive throw.
Last touch by the Bears, indicated by the head referee. So another throw for the Seahawks. Actually, that throw is from Haley Flynn. Both Flynn and Minakuchi wearing the red headband.
Ah,
So with blonde hair and red headband,
pretty hard
it's
to
a 50-50 guess for me.
see, especially when you don't have good eyesight like myself. Oh, the ball almost went over the keeper's head there.
She was in good position for it. Came right out to the top of the box. Makes it for an easier punt for her to get close to
Yes.
midfield into the win.
Seahawks are looking really to attack here.
McLaughlin to Parachi.
She
Parachi
was
draws the foul. McLaughlin will set it up from straight away. 6 yards out of the box. Line drive straight on, and with her hands up, Charneski makes the stop. And we are approaching 4.5 minutes remaining in the game. 3-0 the score. 2 first-half goals for the Bears, 1 in the second half. That coming from Chase Merrick, Renee Sanchez, and Molly Hawin with first-half goals.
Yeah, Renee Sanchez started the game off with a nice top-shelf shot.
Danowitz rolls it into the top of the box for top corner of the box for McLaughlin. It's cleared out by Whalen. A throw for Hannah Rossman. Rossman, one bounce into Parachi. Parachi looking to turn on Whalen. Knocks Whalen down and gets called for the foul.
Parachi was a little too aggressive there when trying to fight for position, causing the turnover for the Seahawks. We are approaching the 3-minute mark of the match so far. The regular Bears have looked quite good against these Seahawks as Salve is trying to get on the board here within the next 3 minutes.
So when we play Bowdoin, you'll have to call them the Polar Bears.
Oh gosh.
Thank goodness we don't play the Sugar Bears. Danowitz's shot deflects hard off of Mickey Hawin, and it'll be a Seahawk corner kick. That'll be left for Bridget Kowecki. Two and a half minutes remaining. Kowecki keeps it low. First touch by Whaling. Seahawks signaling hand touch in the box. No call. That kick by Danowitz. Heading on frame for a save.
That wind picking up here at Reynolds Field. Reynolds Field a lot bigger than it seems during baseball games, especially when you're standing right where the shortstop would be.
That ball poked out by Madeline Kowecki. Her sister Bridget nearby. Bringing it back in for the Bears is Riley Vincenzo. That goes off the Seahawks for a Bear throw from the far side. 9 to 9 seconds left in the game. Vincenzo. And it's up and over off the foot of Avery Dressback. How much time left in the half?
1 minute remaining in the game. 1 minute.
Well done, Stephen Pasadelis.
I try my best. I'm a jack of all trades.
Just had to mute your broadcast mic and let you go with the public address mic.
Yes.
Not do both of them at the same time.
As we approach 30 seconds left, the chances of the Seahawks tying the game are becoming bleak. But they've showed a valiant effort tonight.
There'll be one more corner.
One more
if they have enough time to get it off. They're going to set it up and execute it quickly.
They're going to try to get it in, but they fail to. Game is complete.
Time has expired. Corner kick was attempted, and that was delivered by Kerrigan Bulger.
The final score, the Bears of Coast Guard Academy 3, Salve Regina nothing. Thank you so much for supporting Salve Regina Athletics, and have a wonderful night. Take care. Bye-bye.
So we've got a 3-0 final here in non-conference women's soccer action at Reynolds Field. The Bears visiting with 2 first-half goals. Renee Sanchez and Molly Hawin scoring their first goals of the season for the 2-0 lead at the break. And then after intermission, one more goal for the Bears. Chase Merrick, the junior from Tallahassee, Florida, makes it a 3-0 final. A nice shutout for Emily Charnitsky, the sophomore from Charleston, South Carolina.
She held the Seahawks off of 19 shots to 0 goals scored. It's a pretty impressive performance by her. As also the goalkeeper for Salve Regina recorded 16 saves on the day, which is quite impressive as well. It was a really fun and entertaining game, being able to call as part of the crew.
Thanks to Stephen McAllister on operating the camera. And thanks to Stephen Pasadelis. I'm Ed Habishaw. Have a great night, everybody.